Hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ. It's been a while, hasn't it? Well, I was doing other things. So, in fact, take a look back there. Yeah. Explanation for that, some other time. Right now, we need to have a serious talk. It's not about my channel. It's not about my mental health. Although I have ideas for that in the future. We need to talk about Lego and the fan-created media. Again. It wasn't until today that I found out that Quest for Matanui, fan game by Craney Creations, who passed away, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Craney. In May of this year, that game was also canned. Fuck you, Lego. So the two big fan games, Mask of Power and Quest for Matanui, both effectively killed Fuck Off Fly. And I also read, doing some research on the Legend of Matanui Rebuilt, whenever that's going to get finished, if there was going to be a boss battle with Makuta or the Shadow Toa or not. Because that was basically the idea, was to have the Toa fight the Shadow Toa, and eventually Makuta Vortex version. The game is still available to play on Biomedia Project. You just gotta download it and install it and whatnot. You can still play it, hopefully. But there's uncertainties as to whether the game will actually be finished, because Lightstone Studio is having problems with bugs and other things. And also there is uncertainty of the game's availability. And I'm here to speak about that. If we want to play The Legend of Matanui Rebuilt, when it's done, we should be able to. Fuck you, Lego. Also, you had the audacity to kill off two huge fan games. One was made for the StarCraft 2, but still. The graphics look amazing! I honestly prefer the graphics for Mask of Power better, because it's done in Unreal Engine 5. And, they were still working on the demo, Team Kanohi. They were still working on a demo. The full game still hadn't been complete yet. And now they're on Mass Games and they're working on Project Rustbound. Again, fuck you, Lego. We should be able to play these games if we so choose. Just because your legal team, Lego, pressured you into effectively killing off these two projects, and now the future for The Legend of Matanui Rebuilt is also in question? What does that say about you? I've said it before. If it doesn't make Lego money, if it doesn't make anybody money, it doesn't deserve to be consumed by the masses. Even if there's no money to be made at all. These were two free-to-play games, and Legend of Matanui was being finished by Lightstone Studios for free-to-play as well. There was no money to be made in these projects. Why would you do this, Lego? You were all for these two projects. Three now. And now, it seems, probably for the past year or so, that their stance on games, on fan-created media in general, has changed. It is ridiculous, and their morals are also stupid and subpar, substandard, whatever. Their morals have changed as well. And, well, LEGO has caught massive scrutiny for canceling these games, and now the future of one rebuilt version is in question. I question LEGO's decision-making when it comes to everything. Why did they need to be involved in these projects to begin with? They weren't. They just set some guidelines for the developers to follow so that, you know, nothing would happen. But because of this new legal team, it did happen. Now all these projects are gone. At least the 2 fan games. Legend of Motunui Rebuilt. If you have that canceled too, I swear to God, LEGO, I want to play that game so bad. Because that's the game we should have gotten in 2001. Even if you had to push it off until, even if Sapphire had to push it off until early 2002, so what? At least the game would be functional like it is now. There's still bugs, and Lightstone Studios are apparently still trying to figure that out, but then the availability of the game is in question. We should be able to play this game if we so choose. So now that the 2 fan games are gone, and other fan games that are potentially trying to rise from the ashes of these 2 big games being killed, they're all going to get shut down because of LEGO's new legal team. And that's fucking ridiculous. Legend of Motunui Rebuilt. The original game, when it was The Legend of Motunui, looks pretty good. It looks like the toys. Really, it does. With some Rahi designs that are old, like the Phycow spider, the Phycow Nui, sorry, the little bug like thing I actually have built over there. There's like a crab-like Rahi. It was like a Usul crab, but with Tohunga arms. This game was so surreal. The atmosphere, it's amazing. I love it. But if I can't play this game, because LEGO eventually decides to shut this project down too, LEGO, wake the fuck up. Get rid of that legal team and get your old one back. Because there's no way that Shut Up Cat, there's no way that us Bionicle fans should not be able to play The Legend of Motunui Rebuilt if these 2 massive fan games are gone. LEGO effectively killed off any desire for me, for example, to want to make my own Bionicle MMORPG. It's not going to happen. A, I'm not a developer. B, I don't have the skill set. And C, I just don't have the patience for it. So, yeah. Thanks a lot, LEGO. Your stance on fan-created media is now bullshit. It is 100% bullshit. Your legal team is bullshit. And you're full of shit. And the shit smells like shit. 100% moronically stupid. And you wonder why people are angry at you. Yeah, no wonder your morals have changed. Because of shit like this. Shutting down fan projects. Copyright infringement, I get that. But abuse of power is one thing. It's a thing, and apparently now you've fallen victim to it. I've seen DMCA copyright strikes being thrown left and right at YouTube uploads of music, for example. And wow. Yeah. Abuse of power is the stain among all industries. And now it seems that LEGO is abusing their own power. One day, LEGO, one day, you will wake up and see that your mistakes are through the roof. Canceling these 2 fan games were a massive blow, whatever, to the hearts of all Bionicle fans, even the elitists. We all want to play these games, but now we can't. At least Unmasked Games is working on a new game. I'm not sure about Craney's team, but they'll probably disband whatever studio they're called and form a new one and make another game with the knowledge that they've gained from this StarCraft 2 engine game. At least when it comes to stop motion films like, well, Ignition 3. That is 1 episode so far. So it's a series instead of a movie? A short series? Well, this'll be interesting. But like I said before, don't be surprised if that gets shut down too. But why would it? It's not professional. It's just stop motion. Very good stop motion. But still, there's a lot of effects that go into it, a lot of voice work. It's going to be a long, drawn-out story. Because 2008 was a bit confusing, story-wise, but hey, I enjoyed it. Any Bionicle fan out there who has always wanted to make their own Bionicle game, well, your dreams have been crushed. Thanks to the fucking corporate cunts up there at the powers that be. LEGO, you done fucked up again. I was wondering about what was going on with Mask Power, that one's already killed. Quest for Matanui. I was wondering what was going on besides Craney passing away and the team trying to, continue to fulfill his vision. I was wondering, but then I did the research today, and now it's gone too, as of May. And now Legend of Matanui Rebuilt. Its future is in question too. Download it while you can, if you haven't already. This is where we need to start protesting. This is where we need to start holding LEGO accountable and telling them, no, fuck you, this is wrong. What you're doing is wrong, LEGO, and you know it. 100%. It kills any desire for me to want a new LEGO set in 2025. Or in the foreseeable future. I don't want any new LEGO sets. Fuck you. If there's no money to be made in a free-to-play game, and it's not making you money anyway, That's why Lego doesn't want these fan games to be a thing anymore. Because it's not going to make anybody money, not even especially them. That's all they care about is the money. They're chasing the almighty dollar. And wow. An example of this is the gift with purchase Tahoe Takua. While the set is pretty good for what it is for an SCCBS build, the logistics behind it suck. They only brought it out because it needed to boost their sales for at the end of January 2023. And that is ridiculous. That's just outright greed. It really is. Corporate greed is just fucking with these companies. It fucks with us because we're the consumers. We want to play Legend of Matanui Rebuild. But if it's not going to, be finished with the end boss battle and available to, download and play, yeah, we need to speak up. I've seen petitions flying around for Mask of Power for Lego's decision to kill Mask of Power to be revoked, and to, for there's the studio to continue working on it and then shadow drop it, or release it silently. That would be cool. But then there's Lego's legal team, and yeah. One day, Lego, will I ever have the courage, the, drive to buy a new set from you? Affecting their money is the only way they will listen. Mark my words when I say, never the fuck again will I buy a Lego set in 2025, 2026, and the future. Because there's nothing that I want. All I want is to play these games. Legend of Matanui Rebuilt. Yes, give me the game. I want to play it. I want to play Mask of Power. I want to play, even though it's an extension of StarCraft 2, but still, Quest for Matanui. I want to play all three of these games. But if they're all shut down, and all future projects that some of us want to, pull off, well, our dreams have been crushed. We've been struck in the heart with a wooden stake like a vampire. And Lego is just sucking us dry of creativity. They don't like fan creativity. No, they don't. Because it doesn't make them money. That's all there is to it. Fuck the money at this point. Let the Legend of Matanui Rebuilt slip by. Let it be finished. Let it be available. And, just let it exist. Do not tell me otherwise. Lightstone Studios should be able to finish the game if they have enough time, energy, and blood to shed. We should be able to play this game. But then, yeah. Unfortunately, the corporate cunts, they just don't, they hate that. They hate our passion for this franchise. And when a game like Mask of Power is cancelled, and Quest for Matanui being cancelled, what does that tell you? What does that tell you about Lego at this point? What is there left to say about these cancellations? Well, good luck trying to start your own video game for the Bionicle G1 franchise, at least. Not G2. Yeah. There was no way a G2 game could be made and taken seriously. Because LEGO will just have that taken down too. It's not going to really resonate with G1ers. You want a G1 game. You want a Bionicle G1 game that is good. That is great. That is fantastic. The Legend of Montanui rebuilt. Its future is in question. But it shouldn't be. It should still be, worked on by Lightstone Studios. It should still be, available to download and play without LEGO's, bullshittery getting in the way. They'll do anything, legal or not, to sweep Bionicle under the rug and let it be done. Because that's what they're all about these days, is forgetting about that theme because some executives over there do not like the idea of Bionicle. Yeah, well, you should be grateful that, Bionicle saved you from bankruptcy. Think about it, you corporate cunts. I mean, let's be honest. Bionicle saved LEGO from going bankrupt. From, complete destruction in the early 2000s. Before that was, LEGO Star Wars, but some of that money needed to go back to Lucasfilm, whatever. Because that was their IP. It's not LEGO's. And you know what? LEGO Star Wars is still a prominent theme with LEGO. It's very overrated in my opinion because of this. But Bionicle was the true savior. The theme that everyone needs to respect. It's the theme that saved LEGO 100%. LEGO Star Wars might have only had a small part in it. It sustained them, but it didn't 100% save them. And that's what Bionicle did. And that's what they're not grateful for anymore. Wow, LEGO. What does that say about you? As a company, as a corporation, as a group. You've lost your minds. Yeah, really, you have. And if anybody defends LEGO for canceling these games, well, you're obviously on the wrong side of the coin. Again, copyright infringement. I get that. But there was no money to be made in any of these projects. So effectively, they should have been, allowed to exist. But no. Not at all. No. LEGO's not going to let that happen. So many hours of unpaid labor for Max of Power and Quest for Montanui, both games to be developed at the same time. So much work had been done on those games, and now it's all flushed down the toilet. Well, all I can say to these studios, good luck in your future endeavors. If, by chance, LEGO revokes their decision, I don't know if these studios will even, go through with it. Will go through with LEGO eventually, revoking their decision and allowing these projects to come back full circle. I don't think that's going to happen, but maybe it should. I've seen petitions, and they're pointless at this point, because Lego, they're hopeless. They're not going to abide by our feelings. You hurt our feelings, Lego. You really did. Now it's time to hurt yours. Fuck you. I'm gonna go build something. Something cool, something awesome, something unique. And you will see it in a mock review, eventually. As far as the Hero Factory sets that I have over there that I've yet to review, still, I will get around to it. I know I already reviewed some sets, but expect re-reviews in color. I hope that LEGO at least acknowledges the fact that they're wrong. That this was a bad move on their part to have these games canceled. And now, we will never forget, LEGO. We will never the fuck forget what you did. You made so many mistakes, and having these two games canceled, eventually probably having Legend of Mana Nui Rebuild canceled too. What is wrong with you? Are you insane? I think you are. They're a corporation, so of course they're insane. Is there a bright light at the end of the tunnel? Well, at least, you know, we have fan films that are mostly stop motion. Those aren't going to get shut down, are they? If they are, God damn it, LEGO. You're just hell-bent on hurting our feelings, are you? Last year there was a fan film called Path to Power, Bionicle Path to Power, and it was pretty good. Very long. It's like over 2 hours in length. And then last year, or no, this year, earlier this year, there was Bionicle Light in a Multiverse. Wasn't bad. It was pretty good for the most part. Ignition 3 is still, you know, slowly coming out. We've got episode 1. We've got some behind-the-scenes stuff, it looks like. And I'm expecting the full series, or all the episodes spliced together into a long-ass film. I don't know if they're going to do that, but let's hope for it. Because Ignition 2 was 3 hours or so. So, what's the next fan film that's coming out? If anybody has a fan film that's possibly coming out this year or next year, let me know. And if LEGO wants all these fan films to go away, good luck, because legally I don't think they can do anything when it comes to fan films like that. But when it comes to using models from a canceled game to make animations, to make something awesome with those, yeah, then they're gonna have a real problem. Again, fuck you, LEGO. Disheartening beyond belief, and just outright, just greedy. The only LEGO set that I actually want now, still, is the Japanese red maple tree. Because it looks great. It looks lovely. I'm going to put it on top of my record player, because it is one of these briefcase looking things. So it's gonna be right there in front of the window, getting sun. Interesting idea, because I usually have my blinds open the whole time. So, what do you think about Quest for Matanui, now apparently dead too? If you already knew about this back in May when it was killed, well, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts about LEGO against fan-created media. There's a mini-series as well. There's a series called Bionicle Apostates. I apologize if I just butchered that word. But there are quite a lot of projects that are coming out, whether it be fanfics or fan films, fan series. When it comes to fan games, I think LEGO they have the most problems with that. Now, when it comes to bootleg Bionicle parts, you know, there are folks like Zyantairos and other, you know, folks that are having bootleg parts, bootleg G1 and G2 parts made in new colors that we haven't had before. That's fucking awesome. I don't have any yet, but money's tight. If LEGO decides to have that shut down, well, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if that gets killed off as well, because their original molds were destroyed. So these parts are being made simply based off of the specs of the legit parts, like, for example, what do we have here? Mask of Creation. So they basically copy the mold out of the specs of this piece. At least that's what I think happens. And you get a gunmetal version of that mask without runes? Yes, please! I want more Bionicle parts to build with. To build mocks. But if LEGO gets that shut down, that entire movement shut down as well, goddamn. You fucking pricks. They are, at that point, they're just being awful. They really are. Why support them at that point? And we have every right to be angry at them because of their moves, because of their actions, because of shit like, well, those 2 fan games being shut down. And yeah. As for the bootleg parts, buy as many as you can, and if you can, share with me, because I'd like to have a gunmetal Mask of Creation for a mock. Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below. These bootleg parts being made. And what do you think about the 2 fan games? Are they amazing? Is the StarCraft 2 engine game Mask of, or Quest for Matanui, is it good? Because it looks amazing. But I think I would lean more towards the Mask of Power game, because I love those graphics. Holy shit. It's just beautiful. Seriously. There's no beauty in LEGO's everything at this point. LEGO sees a beautiful Bionicle game, it goes down the toilet. That's their mindset, basically. Along with it not making money, obviously. Again, I've already stated this before, but if it doesn't make money, it deserves to go down the shitter. You know what I was drinking? Black tea. It's my favorite tea. Can't remember which brand, but it's either Lipton or something else. Also, what do you think about the future, the potential future for the Legend of Motunui rebuild? Do you think LEGO's going to get that fully shut down 100%? Or do you think Vakiti and the other members of Lightstone Studios are going to fight it? Personally, I hope they do. Because this game deserves as many downloads as possible. As many hours of gameplay as possible. Because it's so great. It looks great. At the time of its, well, of its intended release, it would have been seen as slightly mediocre, but hey, it's Bionicle, so it's a great game that was canceled for the stupidest reasons. Because I believe it could have been easily fixed. And Lightstone Studios proved themselves to be, fantastic in that realm of possibilities. What is your stance on fan-created media? Does yours contrast to LEGO's? Because LEGO's stance on fan-created media is garbage. It really is. They want to make all the LEGO films. They want to make all the LEGO games. They want to make all the LEGO everything. Just because they're called LEGO, not Lightstone Studios, not Craney Creations, not Unmasked Games. If it's not LEGO branded, if it's not with that LEGO red fucking square, it's considered a knockoff, a third-party thing, and doesn't deserve anything. That's their mindset. And that's ridiculous. So, what do you think about all this in the comment section below? I've had conversations with some of you talking about LEGO being as bad as they are when it comes to Bionicle's existence. And I enjoy talking to some of you. When we're drinking tea. Thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another video, so stay tuned for more videos. I am TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace.